Welcome, welcome! It's my dog with the Texas Space Navy bringing you another Star Citizen video. And today I thought we would go out to Yela, check out the asteroid belt around Yela, that big asteroid field that surrounds it, and maybe take a look at these new asteroids that have, I guess, been updated from the previous visual graphics tech that they used on those other asteroids. If you remember, the other asteroids were very similar to one another, and they were definitely much, I guess, low res compared to where some of the things are in the game now, and they were very, I guess, rounded in a way. And, I mean, not perfectly rounded, but they definitely weren't random, I guess you could say, in the generation process. So we're going to take a look at how this procedurally generated field is done. That asteroid just completely disappeared for a second. That's a little scary. So as we get closer here, we're going to take a look at some of the textures. I'll even land on one of these asteroids, and we'll take a look at how it looks really up close and personal. So this is something that they've been working on in the Stanton system for the last few patches, as far as graphically enhancing everything there. As they move more and more into Vulkan, which is the graphical API used by AMD, or developed by AMD, we'll see some much more upgraded graphics. Now, what is that going to do to your GPU and your CPU? Well, in theory, as long as you have a new enough GPU, it can handle Vulkan easily, and Vulkan will optimize some of the graphic stuff a little more. Now, is that the way it's turning out? I mean, what's causing the frame rate issues in the PTU? I don't know. I don't know if it's too many entities. Maybe it's some of the graphical calls. I think that a lot of those graphical calls are, not really causing the problem. Maybe some of you guys know the graphics tech in Vulkan a little better than I do. You're more than welcome to leave a comment and, maybe give us a little heads up on what Vulkan's all about. If you know the real juicy parts of it, that would be great. Yeah, but Vulkan will improve the way the game looks, and it's supposed to optimize the game a little bit more when it comes to graphical calls and stuff, so it should be a bonus for us in Star Citizen. But it will take a while for it to come online. They've been working on it for over a year, and we're now just starting to see it be implemented in a lot of things Star Citizen, like the planets and now the asteroids. So look forward to more of that coming down the pipe this year, and they may have it fully integrated by the end of the year. You gotta keep in mind that they had to rewrite almost the entire Unreal Engine for this game to work, because it wasn't designed to be a massive multiplayer game. Unreal just isn't supposed to handle this kind of fidelity and this kind of intense amount of data. Now, take a close look what happens when I get close to the asteroid's surface. There's some definitely interesting light issues. The way the light, and I'm supposed to be on the surface right now, and you don't touch the asteroid completely. The light is bending and moving around, it's almost like the surface is cloaked in a way. So that's something that they may need to look at to fix up in the future. That's really weird, and it's kind of a graphical glitch. Maybe it's just my video card. I don't know. I have a 1080 Ti, so it can handle a lot of things, but it's it's getting old now, and it obviously could fail at things. So I also decided to take you guys back to the cave from last night, because we epically failed to land down in the cave. So I thought I would revisit it here at the end of this video, walk around a little bit in it so you guys could actually see the cave if you haven't seen it before. You can definitely do some mining, handheld mining down here. How much money you'll make, that's a whole nother story. I did not see anything that you could mine with a prospector. I don't think it's there. There might be other caves out there that you can, though. So just keep that in mind. Here we go. We're going to spin down in. I thought that was a little cool. Weird with the lighting because I already had the lights on and it just kind of kicked in out of nowhere. So welcome to Star Citizen, where it's feature rich of bugs. That's actually written into the code. We're going to have some bugs. So let's take a look around this cave mouth, or this, I guess, near the bottom of the cave here. Trying to look and see if there's any places we can actually get out and walk around. Let's jump out of the M50 here and take a gander. You see the blue flowers that we've seen in a lot of caves and these little roots. I don't know what alien plant life that is that's growing on some of these places. But it'd be interesting to see if, you know, CIG actually has a name for it. I mean, did they hire somebody that's real good with biology and plant life to come up with a way for this plant to, live in this environment? Maybe you guys have come up with a name for it. Let me know in the comments down below if you've got a name for these plants. And another weird bug here. I'm trying to crawl into this, little hole here, and the camera keeps going like almost like I'm rolling over or flipping over. Really odd. So the implementation of caves, not 100% great. I mean, it's always been kind of like that, but you can kind of see some of the issues with the pathfinding here. Your character has to be at a certain angle to be able to get in through that little cave entrance to crawl through. Let's give it another shot. Obviously, we got those little contraband things down there, those plant life. There we go, found it. You've got the pink lights, so obviously this has been mined, or people have been down here. I'm curious to find out if this is just like a lot of other caves that are in the verse right now, or if they've kind of done something to diversify it even more than what you've already seen. So another little work light here. So I can already tell you right now, this looks very similar to some of the other caves that I've been into around the verse. This is a little different, but there's not much you can do with this little area. So let's just go back and explore a little bit more. You do have those biological samples you can look at. Oh yeah, this is just like several of the caves that I've been in. I mean, even in the prison, they have a cave system that's very similar to this one once you get past some of the tunnels and go into the open cave areas. So I'm going to just check out this little side tunnel and just verify what I think to believe. It's a replica of other caves. So if you've been in a few caves and you've explored pretty thoroughly, this looks very, very similar because they're using some of the same, I guess, caves that they already have in the game. So nothing new here exactly. Obviously, I didn't go very far into the cave system, and I can tell you that was going to stretch on for a little ways. You could easily get lost in there. But from what I could tell, it's very similar, if not identical, to other caves that I've been in. So they may have just dragged and dropped, so to speak, just so they could have a cave in here. Keep it simple, just get something in place for now, and then they can go back and fix it up more. Remember that in alpha, they're just getting some stuff in. Sometimes it's just a placeholder rather than, actually being what the final product's going to be. They will finalize a lot more stuff in beta. So that is one of the reasons why we're probably getting a lot of the generic cave systems. They can go back and work on those as they develop the tools and stuff for it, and when teams become available to do that. So guys, I want to thank you all for tuning in and watching the video. Make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button. Make sure you check out my Patreon and my YouTube members. I'm Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy, and I'll see you out in the verse.